5, 4, 3, 2, 1. CSP Sideshow. Here you go, guys. I love ya. Sending it up there, getting it back. And what I'm doing now is I'm in the dinghy because we've got to get our dinghy ready to help Philip, one of our stalwart crew, who you've heard about a number of times, who's going to bring his boat in order to put an electric motor in it. Yay for Philip, moving forward on all of our ecological desires. And so, of course, when I came down here to try and start the dinghy, it didn't. And so, of course, I thought I'd just show you guys what is going on about that. I don't guess there's any way to turn the camera around once I've started these. Okay, well, so I'm rebuilding a carburetor. So I just thought I'd share with you what carburetors work like. The carburetor goes right on the motor right there. And that's the hole that's called the intake manifold where the air and the gas goes through. And so this is the thing that mixes the air and the gas. And so for all of you guys who know anything about anything, I'm sorry, that's not what I meant. I meant for all of you guys who know stuff about carburetors, as you can see, this is the stuff that came out of that carburetor. I mean, good grief, what do we have in our fuel these days? I've got a fuel filter on there, but you know, somehow that gets through the fuel filter and collects in the bottom of the bowl. See, so all of you guys who don't know what carburetors are, this goes on the bottom of the carburetor and it holds the fuel, full of fuel. And then this little thing floats in it. And as that thing goes up and down, it determines how much fuel goes in there. And then the fuel goes up into the carburetor through these holes right here. Man, I wish I could set this thing up and then just, and so there's that one, and then there's this one. Okay, and then that one, you gotta get another little tiny screwdriver to get the thing out. Oh, that's getting a little bit dodgy. That's gonna be hard to get out. And I gotta turn it upside down and tap to get the other one out, because I'll show you really quickly. I'm not gonna take too long and show you everything about this, but I'll just show you how this works and why dust and stuff like that really isn't a good thing. Okay, see this tiny little part right here? So I'm not sure if you can, I'm not sure where the camera is. Where's the camera? Camera's there. Okay, see that tiny little part right there and those tiny little holes? So what I've figured out is the only thing that will actually go through those tiny little holes is this stuff. Whoops, okay, pointing at the sunshine. Okay, I'll point you at me just for fun, for just a second. Okay, so here's the thing with the tiny little holes in it. Where is the, there you go, there's the thing with the tiny little holes in it. And so the best stuff to clean out those tiny little holes, because those tiny little holes get plugged up with all that grot that was in the bottom of the carburetor. And when that happens, then you can't, then gasoline doesn't get to the engine, and then the engine doesn't run. So you see the wire inside those little twisty things? That is the perfect size wire for jamming through these little holes, just like this, just like that. Oops. Right through that hole. Yeah, see how it goes through that hole? That's just astonishing. And then we go through these holes, and then we try and go down through the middle hole. It actually doesn't even fit through this little hole. It's so tiny. So you try and kind of, I'm going to try and blow through it. But it seems completely and utterly plugged. But we'll see. Maybe that'll make it work. I'll blow through it this way. Oh yeah, there was a little air going through. Okay, guys, so there you go. CSP Sideshow. Like I say, if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe so that we can switch some of our stuff to YouTube, so we can start, you know, figuring out how to do what all these other guys do that are just sailing around for fun, and create some advertising income or something like that, and for our benevolent project of building a fleet of wooden ships to go do cool things with people, with doctors and dentists and circus people and gurus and you. Okay, I'll talk to you soon after I get this carburetor running, and then tomorrow morning we're going to pull Philip into the boatyard and we'll get to watch his whole electrification, which is going to be very, very cool. Okay, talk to you soon.